All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, and definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. And as an added benefit, I do respond to all DMs in the Patreon app, and you can schedule a phone call with me so we can figure out how to get you the best interest rate for your Tesla. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan, but more on that later. So you've probably seen this by now, but Model 3 long range rear wheel drive is now the best value Tesla that is on sale. And I agree with this because if you take a look at the long range rear wheel drive, it has the most range of all the different Model 3s at 363 miles of range. And of course, 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. That's pretty darn fast. And especially because that 0 to 30 miles per hour is probably very fast as well. So arguably, this is the best deal, especially if you do not need all-wheel drive wherever you're at or wherever you're living. If you don't live in inclement weather areas where you don't get snow, rain, or anything like that, then long-range rear-wheel drive is going to be your best bet. And you can't hate on the price either. $29,990 after the federal tax credit and $5,000 gas savings, but really most people are going to get at the price of $34,990 unless you're in somewhere like Colorado that has their own $5,000 incentive on the sale as well. I mean, there's other states like New Jersey that also have really good incentives where you don't pay any of the sales tax on there. But while this is a great price and a great value, there's a couple things or three things specifically that you have to be aware about. Shout out to James for sending us this. He actually went into a Tesla showroom and talk to the Tesla sales advisor to figure out what is the exact difference. There seems to be some misconceptions on this, but here it is right on the screen. The first one is that you do not get the premium interior, which includes the Alcantara, that fuzzy stuff on the side of the doors where if you swipe it one way, it feels really good. It's also like sports speed cloth. It's nice for sure. I like it. And you actually just get the standard fabric instead. The second one is probably a big one for a lot of you out there, but the stereo system, notably the speakers. How many speakers is a big difference, almost double the amount of speakers in the normal version long range all-wheel drive. You get 17 speakers in that version, 2 amps and 2 subs, but the normal version, the long range rear wheel drive, only has 9 speakers and 1 amp. So that could be a huge difference for someone, especially if you're an audiophile, then that could be, I mean, it's not worth $5,000, but that plus the all-wheel drive plus the premium Alcantara, you can see how we're getting to some different valuations there. And the third one, kind of a small one, but carpet floor mats are not included, which is not a massive big deal because certainly there's links down below in the description and including our channel, our favorite accessory channel partners down below, Jawa. They've got all-weather floor mats that you can get, which we recommend, and that can run you maybe like $150 to $250. So that's not a big deal. I think the biggest thing here to me is this number 2, which is the stereo speakers at 17 versus 9. That's almost double the amount of speakers in a Model 3 all-wheel drive long range versus a Model 3 long range rear wheel drive. Now, if those three things don't matter to you at all, then certainly that could be not, you could just go with the rear wheel drive. And I think at the end of the day, I like music and I like good audio, but if I just really needed a cheap, inexpensive daily driver, then maybe I could go with that and not be exactly worried about. But here it is from the screenshot that we were able to get from this. It shows all the different things that I tried to itemize and make it a little bit clearer for you, but all this other stuff that you can get onto the website as well. But we can't get any of the speaks about the 9 speakers, and also everything else crosses over. So ventilated front seats, 4 heated seats, 6-inch display in the back, it's all there. And also all the vehicles for the rear wheel drive long range qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit. Top speeds are all the same for versus all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive at 125 miles per hour, and long-range all-wheel drive is 4.2 seconds versus long-range rear-wheel drive at 4.9 seconds. And shout out again to James because he's been searching and looking and going through all these different things, and he itemized it on a beautiful table for us to take a look and kind of spec between the both of them. And you can see here it is on both of them. them on which ones are the difference. Both of them have the NMC battery as research, and we've got the range at about 22 miles of range, which isn't necessarily a big deal. But all-wheel drive, if you live in a weather or an area that has inclement weather, snow, even if it's just once a year, you're going to wish you went with that all-wheel drive, because that could save your butt in the event when you actually need it. But if you don't, if you live in California, Texas, Florida, or other places where you got a second SUV or whatever, then I would say go with the rear-wheel drive, unless you absolutely need the speakers across the board and you love that audio system and everything like that. But still, at the end of the day, Tesla audio is going to be good even with 9 speakers, because of how they've really spent a lot of time on the interior of it and all the different designs on it. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. Thank you again to James for sending us the table and all the information.